What's up guys, welcome back to Toon Duelists. Today we're going to show you a basic combo of our 6 Samurai deck profile, and afterwards we're going to draw some test hands to show you how this deck really performs. Now I want to get one thing out of the way first. This is not a FTK deck. I think the deck is actually toxic enough as it is. You'll take way too long for your turns actually. So long that the other two Toon Duelists don't even want to play against me when I run this deck.
I'm ready! I'm ready! I'm ready!
Also, before we start, I just want to get one thing out of the way. This deck goes crazy with the Bushido counters, so yeah, can really be a mess to keep track of all the counters you're gaining. So I'd say get your calculators and let's dive right into it. So for the basic combo, I chose just these 2 cards. 1 Kizaru and 1 Tactical Trainer is all you need. The cards in this deck interact perfectly with each other, of course, so this is just one example I chose to show you how you can work with this deck and what it can do. So let's get started. You start by normal summoning your Kizaru. Now you can activate the effect of Tactical Trainer to special summon it to the field. Next you go into your first synchro play to get out your Legendary Lord right here. This is pretty important actually. A lot of combos want to go into Shogun first. Of course, the search is important, but this card lets you be hand trap proof basically. So very good way to just go into this first and then go afterwards into Shogun. Now Legendary Lord's effect is going to activate chain 1 and Tactical Trainer's effect is going to activate chain 2. With Tactical Trainer we search 6 Strike Double Assault, our 6 strike card, and with Legendary Lord we search Anarchist Monk right here. Next you're going to activate 6 Strike Double Assault to bring back your Kizaru on the field. This will of course activate Kizaru's effect, it's special summoned, so we can add a 6 Samurai monster with another attribute than the monsters we control. We control Dark and Earth, so we search for a water monster, which is Hatsume. Next we're going to use Anarchist Monk's effect, special summon itself to the field and go into a link 2 into our Battle Shogun. Now we activate Battle Shogun's effect chain 1 and chain 2 will be Anarchist Monk. For cost we have to drop 1 card, so this will be Hatsume, and chain 2 is Anarchist Monk. This is actually pretty important because if Battle Shogun doesn't resolve, your combo is basically broken. You need this search, and Anarchist Monk helps you chain block it because with it you can add a quick spell so you're safe from Ash and protected your Battle Shogun this way. So with Anarchist Monk you search Cunning, and with your Shogun of course you add Gateway. Then of course you want to activate Gateway, and this is basically the point where it's game over for your opponent when this card hits the field. Next you activate Cunning, get rid of your Battle Shogun and bring back Hatsume. And this will then bring us our first 2 counters on Gateway. Next we're going to activate Hatsume's effect, banish Battle Shogun and Anarchist Monk to bring back Kizaru. And this will now of course activate Kizaru's effect, so we're able to add a 6 Samurai which is not Earth, Water or Darkness. And of course first we bump up our Gateway to 4 because we special summoned a 6 Samurai. Now we have the search of Kizaru and we add a Fuma, Wind monster, so totally legal. Next we once again use those 2 for another Battle Shogun, which will put this up to 6 counters right here. Now we use the effect the first time, take 4 counters to search our first Kizaru. And there, trust me, this will not be the last. Next we're going to use Kizan's effect, special summon it. So this will now give our Shogun a Bushido counter and bump this up to 4. Then we're going to use 4 more counters to search another Kizan, which has the effect that it can be special summoned. We use it, special summon it, bump this up to 2 and gain another 2 right here. Next, we use those two for our first Xyz summon of Dugaris the Timeless. We use Dugaris effect, detach 2, to bring back our Tactical Trainer. Because we special summoned a 6 Samurai monster, we bump this up to 4 and this one up to 3. Next, we're going to use 4 more counters to search from our deck our last copy of Kizan. So all Kizan into play. Of course, we special summon him, bump this one up to 4, gain another 2 here. Next, we use those two to go into our Inishi. This will, of course, give him the 5th counter and bump this up to 4. Next, we're going to use 4 counters, bring back Kizan from the grave, special summon Kizan, put him up to 6, gain 2 more here. We're going to use 4 of this guy, add another Kizan to our hand, and use the last remaining to add the last Kizan back to our hand. Next, we'll use all 4 of those to go into our Saryuja. This will activate Inshi's effect and special summon back our Anarchist Monk, which will then give Portal 2 more counters. We can now use another Kizan, special summon him out, gain 2 more counters here. We use those counters to add our Grandmaster. We can now special summon Grandmaster, of course. We use those 2 to go into our Frame Lord. Oh, and I think I forgot to give me 2 counters for the summon of Grandmaster. As I said, it can be complicated with those counters. Now, we have our Psylord on the field. We can do the hand loop now, or the hand rip. So now we're going to special summon the 2nd Kizan from hand, bump it up to 4. Now we'll use Saryuja, special summon Fuma this way, bump it up to 6. Then, of course, we're going to use those 2 for a Synchro 5 into Legendary 6 Samurai Shien, which will, of course, again give us 2 counters here. Now we can remove 4 counters again. 2, add back 1 Kizan, remove the last 4 to add another Kizan. We can special summon both of them, of course, gaining 4 counters once again. We can use 2 of them to go into our Daigusto. Next, we use those 2 for our IP. Then we can use Emerald's effect, detach a material, target 3 cards. Let's say, of course, 2 Kizan is always a good choice. And from here on out, you can choose one of your one-offs, maybe your Grandmaster, maybe your Saryuja back into the extra deck, whatever you feel like. I'll just use Saryuja, get him back into the deck, and get another draw. Now, you have to keep in mind, with Saryuja, we would have also drawn 4 and put 3 under the deck, so more draw power right here. And this is basically your end board. Of course, you can still remove counters from here to, let's say, add back your Grandmaster. Because it's not a once per turn, you can still special summon him just so you have another body on the field. And that's pretty much where it ends. So you'll still have 1 monster negate right here. You have a spell trap negate right here. You have IP, so you can go into your SP Linlight during your opponent's turn, easy. And you can choose whether you want to go with your Grandmaster or your Daigusto. I'd suggest Daigusto, of course, because Grandmaster can be used to protect your legendary 6 Samurai, for example. So if you do this in your opponent's turn, you'll have another SP right here. So interruption, monster negate, spell trap negate. What else do you want? And remember, this is just a basic combo. So guys, I'd say it's time to draw some test hands. All right, guys, test hand number 1. Let's see what we can do. All right, Gateway straight in our starting hand. This is not too bad. All right, in this case, we're going to activate Gateway first. Then we're going to normal summon Tactical Trainer, giving us 2 counters. Then we're going to use Cunning, send Trainer to bring Trainer back. We summon another time to add 4 more counters. We're going to remove those 4 counters. Kizan right here. So, next, we're going to, of course, special summon Kizan, giving us 2 more counters, then use those 2 for Legendary Lord. Now, you might have noticed that I could have already used Tactical Trainer's effect. I didn't because we want to chain block the search of Legendary Lord. Chain 1, chain 2 Tactical Trainer. And of course, for this summon we also get 2 counters. So with Tactical Trainer, we're going to add 6 Strike Double Assault, and with Legendary Lord, we're going to add Hatsume. Next, we're going to remove 4 counters to search another Kizan, which we're going to special summon, gaining 2 counters. Then we can special summon Grandmaster because we control 2 or more 6 Samurai monsters, giving us more counters. We can use those 2 now for our Battle Shogun. We're going to activate Battle Shogun's effect. Discard Hatsume to search Shien's Dojo. We're going to activate Shien's Dojo now, of course. So next you're going to use Double Assault to bring back Hatsume. We gain counters, 1 right here, 2 right here, and another one right here. Now we can use Hatsume's effect, banish Tactical Trainer and Grandmaster to bring back a Kizan, which will again give 2 counters here, give us 2 more counters here, and put this up to 2. Next, we're going to remove 4 counters to search another Tactical Trainer, because the special thing about this line we went down right here is that we actually didn't special summon Tactical Trainer with its own effect by now. So next up, we can special summon Tactical Trainer, special summon him, then of course we gain marks right here and right here. We use those 2 for Legendary 6 Samurai, giving us 4 on this one and 2 more here. Next we're going to remove 4 counters here, add another Kizan to our hand, remove 4 more counters to add Anarchist Monk. Next we special summon Kizan right here, giving this one 1 counter, put this up to 4, put this to 5. Then we're going to use those 2, overlay into Dugaris, use Dugaris effect to bring back Hatsume. We can now special summon Anarchist Monk, putting this up to 2, getting 2 more here and 2 more here, and I forgot the counters for Hatsume actually, so we get 2 more here and 1 more here. Next we can go into our next Synchro Summon for Enishi. Special Enishi, 1 counter here, 2 more here, and 1 more here. Then we remove counters. We want to remove 1 from this one because we only need this on 7, and 3 from this to add 1 Kizan, and we're going to special summon this Kizan, giving this 2 more and this 1 more. We can now use those 4 for Saryuja. Saryuja's effect will activate chain 1, chain 2, and Enishi will special summon a banished 6 Samurai monster, which is going to be Tactical Trainer. So we got 2 more here and 1 more here. And Saryuja lets us draw 4. And in this case, we're going to keep Vela. We can search all the rest actually. So what we can do now is remove 2 counters here and 2 here. Add Kizan, special Kizan, gain counters. Use those 2 for another Shien, giving this 1 counters and this 1 counters, and I just figured out I actually forgot to activate Monk's effect. It would search a Quick Spell, which is going to be our 2nd copy of Cunning. That's why it's important to run 2. So as you can see, with all those counters, you get really messed up real quick in this one. So now let's just get it out of our way. Remove 2, remove 2, add back another Kizan. We use Shien's Dojo with 7 counters to special summon our Great Shogun. We now special summon Kizan again, gain 2 counters. We use those 2 for IP Masquerena, We then use another 4 counters, bring back Keysan, special Keysan, gain 2 counters. And that's pretty much our end board. Of course, we want to set Cunning. And yeah, this is an amazing end board. Of course, you set Imperm 2. And what do we have on field? Well, we have the case that our opponent can only activate 1 spell or trap, and we can negate 1 spell or trap. So great right here. We have 2 monster negates wherever. We have 1 monster negate on the field. We have Effect Veiler for on the field monster effects. We can still go into our IP or use our IP to go into SP, for example, but we still, of course, have our Keysan on the field, so if one of those gets destroyed, we can destroy another 6 Samurai monster, so they're all pretty much protected. Then, of course, don't forget, we have the attack lowering by Tactical Trainer, and we still have Cunning on the field, so we can switch out one of our 6 Samurais, I don't know, for example, for, I don't know, Anarchist Monk, why not? Or we can just use it on one of our Legendary Lords. When we used one of the monster negates, we can use it, bring it back, have another monster negate. This is just crazy. If we summon it up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negates, and they can only activate 1 spell or trap. This is just crazy. And even if they break our board somehow, we still have 12 counters on our gateway. Insane end board, in my opinion. So guys, test hand number 2. Let's see what we can do, but actually for the sake of this video not being too long, I'm just gonna say let's keep it at 2 test hands this time. Normally I draw 3, but these combos go crazy, and it's just, I think it's enough if we draw 2 test hands this time. So let's see if we can work with that. Of course, first you're going to activate Shien's Dojo, never a bad idea. In this case, I'm going to use ROTA to search Kageki this time, because we want to make our normal summon count, and Kageki is the best choice for this one. So, normal Kageki, first Bushido counter. Kageki's effect, we can special Shinai, second counter. We can now special summon Monk, third counter. We now use Monk and Kageki for our Legendary Lord. Chain 1 Legendary Lord, chain 2 Anarchist Monk, and of course we gain another counter. I almost forgot again. This is crazy with these counters, I tell you.
2 plus 2 is equals 5.
So with Anarchist Monk, we're going to add Cunning, and with Legendary Lord, we're going to add Tactical Trainer. Next, we're going to special Tactical Trainer, pushing our Shien's Dojo to 5. Use those 2, or link 2, into Battle Shogun. We activate Battle Shogun's effect, discard Cunning, and we chain block it with Tactical Trainer this time. Of course, first this will give us, of course, another counter for Shogun. So, chain resolves, we can search, and we can search. So, with Tactical Trainer, we search 6 strike, and with Battle Shogun, we search Portal. So we activate Gateway, of course, right away. So next up, we already gained a lot of counters, so we're going to use 4 of them to add our first copy of Keysan to our hand. We're going to special summon Keysan. We gain 1, 2, 3, 4 counters. So basically Keysan is free now, so we can do the same thing over again. Use 3 here and 1 here. Get another Keysan to our hands. Special summon Keysan. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we're going to overlay those 2 into our Dugaris. We use Dugaris effect to bring back, let's say, our Shinai. This will again create more Bushido counters. And now we can use 4 of those counters again. Oh no, we want to search it from the deck, of course. Our final Keysan, we special Keysan, we gain counters once again. Next up, we're going to use 3 counters from him, 1 from our gateway, to add another Keysan from our grave. We special Keysan, we get another 2 counters here and 1 here. Now we're going to use those two for our Emerald. We're going to use Emerald's effect. Detach one material to shuffle back 2 keys on for sure, and let's say a Kageki back into the deck. And we draw 1 card. Nice. Next we're going to use Gateway once again. 3 from here, 1 from here. To add a just shuffled back Kizan to her hand, we're going to special summon Kizan. And we're going to get 1 here, 2 here, and 1 on our Battle Shogun. So next we're going to use those 4, you guessed it, Saryuja Skuldred. Skuldred's effect will activate, nothing in the grave this time. So since we already have 1 Ash, we're going to add Imperm. Those 3 go back. And next, we're going to use 2 counters from here and 2 from here to add Hatsume. Now we use Skuldred's effect to special summon Hatsume. 2 here, 1 here. We're going to use Hatsume's effect, banish Battle Shogun and Anarchist Monk to bring back Tactical Trainer. So 2 more here, 1 more here. We're going to use those 2 for our Legendary Lord. 2 more here, 1 more here. Now we finally reached the 7 we wanted. We wanna search with Portal first. Another Anarchist Monk. We now wanna use 6 strike. Special summon Anarchist Monk. Bring this up to 7, this up to 4. We can now use those 2 for our second Legendary Lord. Bringing this up to 6, this up to 9. We now use 2 counters from here, 2 from here. To add back, I don't know, are they all in the grave right now? Nope, still 1 in the deck. So we search another Kizan. We now use Shien's Dojo to bring out our big Shogun. We then special summon Kizan, 2 more counters here. We use those 2 for an IP Masquerina. We remove 4 counters, search Grandmaster, special Grandmaster, gain 2 counters. And that's once again our end board pretty much. Of course, we set to Imperm. So what do we have? We have 1 Ash Blossom. We have 2 on-field monster negates. We have 2 more monster negates wherever our opponent can only activate 1 spell or trap, and we have 1 spell or trap negate. We can save those 4 by just, if they would be destroyed, destroying this guy, and we can also use him for an interruption into an IP Masquerina. So once again, just crazy good end board if you ask me. Guys, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed and that I was able to show you how ridiculously powerful the 6 Samurai are now after they got the new support in ROTA. This deck is really amazing, really fun to play. I really love this deck. The artworks are amazing and now it's just as powerful as it's beautiful. Please consider liking and subscribing if you like the content. Check out our Toon Advent Calendar and until next time, have a good one.